Hello everyone, it's Anissa from Color On Magazine and the Absurd Coloring Series, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using Sharpie and Bic markers, using a tip-to-tip method to give you this effect. So you can do it quite easily, and the reason that I'm using Sharpie and Bic is because, well, I have a lot of them, but also they're alcohol-based and relatively inexpensive. So they're a nice marker to do this with, and I just wanted to quickly show you before we start some of the pictures. So this one is by Melissa Pierce. I absolutely love this picture. She's done a lot of blues and pinks and grays, and in an abstract sense it really works. So this is from Maniacal Confessions. She's also done this in Baby Absurdians in these flowers using blues and purples. Gives it a nice sort of soft feel. And in this one at the tips for this flower. Stephanie Walker has done one from Carnival Carnage. I imagine she's used Bic for this one because of how light it is. So Sharpie, one thing I will say is that Bic has a wider range in lighter colors, and Sharpie seems to be a lot darker or bolder. Stephanie Walker also did this one. And then Sandy Godba has done this in the leaves here in more of a natural look, so reds to reds, greens to greens. And the tree here, and it actually kind of gives the tree like a glowing effect because she's gone from like a darker to a really bright or light green. And then in this one she's used it in that part as well. So wide range of where you can use it. And then I wanted to let you know that I'm using the gummy worm page today to show you, and it's from Candy Coated Chaos, and right now on Amazon it's only $3.99, so steal of a deal if you want to practice the technique on the same page. Definitely run over to Amazon and grab yourself a copy. Okay, so, oh, and this one is another one I did from Maniacal Confessions, kind of an abstract one. I used it in these areas you can see. Okay, so to start, I'll say that you can use Bic and Bic together, which is what I did for the green worms and the pink ones. You can use Bic and Sharpie together as a combination. If you, like, for example, I actually don't like the orange in the Bic markers, so I decided to use a Sharpie orange instead, and I did that for this one. You can use Sharpie and Sharpie together, which is what I did for the green to pink and the green to purple. So you can, you can really go crazy with this technique. You can use colors, like I said, pink to green, purple to green, or you can stay more in a natural family, pink, like a darker pink to a lighter pink. It's kind of, like I said, endless. So I'm going to do pink to pink for this one, just to show you guys. And what you need is, well, just the alcohol-based markers. I think that almost any alcohol-based marker would work, but like I said, in this video I'm using Sharpie and Bic, and it's because I like their color range, and like I said before, they're relatively inexpensive. So you're also going to need a piece of paper to test your colors on. As you get more familiar with the technique, you probably won't have to test as often, but just to start to see how far your colors go and things like that, I would definitely recommend it. So you always start with the lighter color on the bottom and the darker color on the top, and you just hold the tips together like that. So I'm showing you in the video so you can see it. It works much better if you stand them straight up and down like this. So again, you're just holding the tips together. Now, depending on how long you hold them together is the length of dark color that you're going to get. So I'm holding these ones together for, I would say, probably about probably closer to 10 seconds. Then you take the lighter colored one and start. So I'm just gonna pick this worm right here. I'm kind of starting right in the middle, and you'll see that it's the darker color coming out. Make sure you rotate your pen as you're coloring, because you don't want to end up with dark streaks when the light really starts to come out. So I just do a couple strokes, rotate it, and you'll see that it'll start working from dark into the light, and it blends really nicely. So you see the light starting to come. So now when the light comes out, I just color it until there's no dark left, and then I go back over just to make sure it's nice solid color. Okay, so now we need to infuse it again. So again, dark color on top, light on the bottom. touch their tips together. I'm going to infuse that for about the same length of time that I did the first one. And instead of starting at the light, I'm going to move my start point up so that I can meet the light together. So dark at the top here. And make sure you rotate your tip. Just keep working your way down. So now you see that it's a light color. Now these two, when it hits its lightest point, it's going to marry up nicely. Then you're going to want to do that again. Dark to light. Hold it for same amount of time, 5 to 10 seconds I would say. Usually is about good. And then in this one you flip it back over and now you're starting at the dark again, working your way into light. Make sure you keep flipping that tip. And you see the light's starting to work its way out. You get a really nice blend that way. And if you notice it's getting like a little bit streaky or something, I always just work my way back up and it blends it in quite nice. And then I'll just work my way all the way to the finish point. And I'll show you a close-up of that. So like I said, it's just a lot of fun. You can use a lot of fun colors. So this is the one that I just did. You can see. So some of them, if you're going from colors that aren't naturally, light to dark, light dark to pink, light pink, dark pink to light pink, you do get a little bit more of the streaking, but I actually think that kind of looks neat on its own. So it's kind of a different effect within this technique. But there you go. So Bic marker, Sharpie marker, and like I said, I think any alcohol-based marker really would work. I just clearly have a love for Sharpie and Bics. So I'll try to do another tutorial next week. I hope that helps you all. And like I said, Candy Coated Chaos, that's the book that this picture is from, and it's on sale on Amazon right now for $3.99. Oh, and if you try this technique or you've done it in the past and you have some pictures, we'd love to see them in the